The first Music Rocks performance was with the Belmont Youth Centre in 2006, which is when we started with a mobile trailer that has the same 4-stage system in that we use in the trucks today. The stages were made to fit perfectly into the lifts to get to level 7 of Princess Margaret Hospital so we could perform for sick kids. In 2008, Music Rocks Australia partnered with the Starlight Foundation to provide performances and entertainment in the Telethon TV studio at Princess Margaret Hospital. Performances have involved being broadcast through all the wards of the hospital so that those not well enough to attend the performance live in the studio can still get some entertainment that's not usually there. The Music Rocks performances are a well-needed distraction from the daily pressures and routines of a hospital stay for young people. In 2007, we did our first photo shoot that captured all the things we were doing, including these Follow the Dream kids and all the all-star bands and some of the schools that we did. I think we had 5 schools in that year. The first sessions we did were at Morley Senior High School and then straight over to Lathlane Primary School. And a lot of the schools that we did were the primary schools, Cloverdale, Redcliffe, Carlisle, just around that Belmont area that fitted in a little bit with me being head of music at Belmont City College and one of 2 of contemporary music people for the Department of Education and Training that year. Very first time they did that. 2007 saw us get our first set of sponsored gear with Concept Music, our first sponsor.
On February 22nd, 2007, the Music Rocks trailer, including all the instruments inside, was stolen from its temporary home in Bayswater. The dreams for Music Rocks Australia were shattered only 6 months after the program's inception. A frantic day with police investigators, witnesses and MRA staff turned up nothing until a phone call from the banks of the Swan River came in just before sundown. 2 young fishermen named Michael Pavicic and Adrian Harper had found the trailer not far from where they were fishing. Being honest, good young men, they immediately called the police to report what they had witnessed. Close to $15,000 worth of musical gear had been stolen. Such a loss was a major setback for Music Rocks, but with the support of the already growing Music Rocks Australia community, Dean pushed on with the makeshift instruments and wonderful students. It took almost 4 months for all the stolen gear to be imported and replaced. What looked like an incident that could end the dream turned out to be a turning point. It set the standard for never giving up and not letting anything stand in the way of goals and dreams. It proved that no matter what happens, the journey may change, but the goal still stays the same, and no matter what, you keep your eye on the goal. This has become an attitude and standard for everyone involved with Music Rocks. Both students and directors make sure that we do not let hard or difficult or scared be a factor that lands in our way. An attitude that was helped along the way by 2 young, honest fishermen who helped save rock and roll.
In 2008, we got some famous rock star support for our first big concert at the Astor Theatre. On the 25th of February 2008, Music Rocks was invited to spend the morning with Australian rock legend Angry Anderson. He passed on some amazing stories about his time with Rose Tattoo and his experience with radio and television. He was so impressed with what the Music Rocks participants were doing with their music and the young people of WA that he sent us the following message.
Well, there you are, standing on the edge of the rest of your life. You've taken the first step, the most important step. Now you realise the power is in your hands. Don't look for help from anybody else, don't look to blame anybody else for your problems, and don't enjoy your success on anyone else's behalf. You did the work, you're the success, you're the power. Music Rocks Australia.
And it was a huge success, the first ever music concert that the Astor Theatre did after being a cinema, now to a stage. 2008 was also the year that I built Music Rocks HQ with my dad with my bare hands. Our first regional tour saw us head off to Merredin, and it was just amazing, a whole week there teaching and preparing a concert. The week before, Whammy had been there, got the same 3 kids to perform as usual and 40 people to Cummins Theatre. We filled Cummins Theatre with 250 people for the first time in a long time, and 40 kids played, and it just meant, let's do it again.
We've only been playing together for 3 afternoons, so yeah, just a reminder, come see us Sunday night, 5 o'clock, free concert, so just come along and hear us play. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4!
In 2009, the arrival of the new truck saw us have to get a whole bunch of equipment, and my family helped out and we built it to be double as active on the road. The second year at the Row, at the big Astor Theatre concert, and so many other places that we started to play that were more than just the local and the school performing arts centre.
One of your favourite songs, eh?
In 2009, Music Rocks Australia toured to remote and regional areas Leonora, Kalgoorlie and Norseman. The tour took 10 days to complete, with almost 2,500 kilometres travelled and 26 hours of driving time. The Music Rocks Australia staff spent 2 whole days driving, 3 days in Leonora, 2 days in Kalgoorlie and 3 days in Norseman. More than 100 high school aged young people in each town participated in the Music Rocks program, which culminated in a performance on the last day of each workshop. Many of the ensembles created by the young people only received a few hours tuition in total, producing some amazing results in a very short amount of time. The students promoted their final performance within their towns, which resulted in a massive turnout to each concert. More than 200 people witnessed the achievements in each town, and many people commented that they had never seen so many people turn out for a school event. We extend a big thank you to Youth Pathways in Albany and Esperance for helping us organise entry into the Leonora and Norseman District High Schools. Their staff really added to the energy, enthusiasm and support that we created in each town. The knowledge, skills and confidence attained for each child on tour was awesome, and the individual stories of success are too many to mention. It has been recently reported by the Youth Pathways staff that the effects of our program have been long-lasting and resonated with the kids long after our departure. They have said that the towns will never be the same again. The workshops targeted young people at educational risk, really those not engaged in learning and those frequently absent from school, as well as the mainstream students. It was really astounding to see the same kids who are rarely at school hanging around the school grounds and not wanting to leave. Music Rocks is about creating opportunity. Opportunity for musical participation, for knowledge and skills. It's an opportunity for self-expression and really seeing what young people can do given the right information, given the opportunity. It's about creating young, powerful, healthy lives. Music Rocks is about young people living out their dreams. The Music Rocks Australia mission statement is to markedly increase the level of music participation in Australia, hopefully creating a better world. By connecting young people with the music that they most like, using the best available technology and authentic instrumentation to create it, and to provide the elite information, nurtured environment and scheduled events for this to occur, we want to do this in a manner that heightens the level achievable in contemporary music for young people. We must spread the idea that music participation really is for everybody.
It's the hardest thing. Well, the good old days may not be.
I'd like to congratulate all the performers tonight on the fantastic job they've done. The final thing that I'd like to do for everybody tonight here is just to thank these guys and give them the biggest cheer that they can possibly get. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah!